the CIA is deep into cryptocurrency. I think most of us already knew this, but the director revealed some things, some interesting things. CIA Director William Burns, he made some comments at the tail end of a Wall Street Journal CEO summit. So let's listen to what he said.
This is something I inherited. My predecessor had started this, but have set in motion a number of different projects focused on cryptocurrency and trying to look at second and third order consequences as well, and then helping with our colleagues in other parts of the US government to provide solid intelligence on what we're seeing as well. We're also trying to strengthen the cadre of experts that we have at CIA and develop better connections to experts and people who understand the field very well on the outside as well. Because I've thought for a long time before I came to CIA that these are challenges that we need to pay attention to because they're going to have enormous impact. They could have enormous impact on everything from ransomware attacks, as you mentioned, because one of the ways of getting at ransomware attacks and deterring them is to be able to get at the financial networks that so many of those criminal groups use as well.
So that's a lot to digest there. Basic essence of it all is the CIA is really investigating this stuff. There have been a lot of conspiracy theories across crypto Twitter saying, like, did they invent Bitcoin? A lot of jokes saying, like, what is the most likely project that is a CIA plant out there? Like, is it SafeMoon? Is it Dogecoin? So some funny things being thrown around. I'll throw it to the group for your take on all of this. Will, how surprising is it to you that the CIA is deeply involved with cryptocurrency?
Surprising. I wouldn't say it's surprising. It's interesting that they would reveal that, though. I think most people would guess that at least one of or multiple government agencies have some sort of crypto project going on. But the fact that he said it on stage is definitely interesting and notable. And of course, it's been just like a part of Bitcoin for years and years and years that the NSA created Bitcoin, that the NSA had some sort of hand in it, or one of the other government agencies. And the NSA did invent the hashing algorithm that is behind Bitcoin, SHA-256. So there is some truth and validity to it. I think a lot of people just have some questions about how Bitcoin came out, with Satoshi Nakamoto being pseudonymous. Like, who is that person, or who is that group of people behind it? And those questions still linger today. And frankly, they're only going to become more important as Bitcoin becomes more and more mainstream. We're also seeing like all these altcoin projects, of course, that have taken off this year. And it's like a sting operation in sorts, where you have like a SafeMoon or some other crypto token being kind of launched by the SEC or someone else, and then they can kind of nab everybody. That's like a very interesting kind of thought experiment. But just on the CIA level, it makes sense that they're involved with this, especially with all the hackings that we've seen this year. Zach, I'll throw it up to you for your thoughts.
I thought this was just like a joke on crypto Twitter. I didn't realize it was like a real thing. Like, are you guys in the CIA? Are you guys also in the CIA? I'm definitely in the CIA. You guys in the CIA?
Never know.
Who's in the CIA?
Some plants in our YouTube chat.
Raise your hand.
If
you're in the
CIA,
in the YouTube chat.
If you're in the CIA in the YouTube chat, you must say that you're in the CIA, the Culinary Institute of America. That's CIA operative would say that. Control. Wow, crazy. I don't know.
Control CIA.
Yeah, it's fun. It's mysterious. Cryptography. Cryptography used to be a crime. Anyway, let's toss this back to Naomi.
A couple of things that kind of made me laugh. One of them, they quoted in this article from I think it was Vice. It made me giggle out loud. They quoted Spencer Schiff, who is the son of Peter Schiff, and the way they tagged him and announced him, they said he is the Bitcoin promoter and son of stockbroker and anti-crypto advocate Peter Schiff. It's interesting that Peter Schiff is now being known as, like, his claim to fame is being an anti-Bitcoin advocate. I just found that really amusing. The other thing I will bring up is that there's so much focus on how crypto is involved in ransomware right now. And I think that it's just a terrible way to look at this. It's leading us down a dark path where it's going to start to be targeted because, well, this is a bad thing. It could be used in ransomware. We need to really change this narrative. I know I've said it a lot, but we need to change the narrative. We need to be talking about security. We need to be making sure that people have backups of their systems. Like all of you on the show, you guys should all have backups of your computer system. You should probably have 2 backups. You should probably have one that's kept offline at all times. I interchange mine every week. I'll add my new time machine, back it up to the latest thing, switch it out. So you always have at least one copy that, like, in the last week, maybe I lose a week's worth of worth. But that, that is how people will protect themselves. They need better security systems on their computers, and they need to be creating redundancy. And if we just harp on this narrative of, well, Bitcoin's the issue, we need to regulate it. There's no regulation that's going to stop ransomware. You don't just regulate a crime out and say, well, this is a crime. Ransomware is a crime. And all the bad guys suddenly go, oh, okay, I won't do it anymore. I didn't realize this specifically was a crime. Like, the bad guys are going to do the bad things, whether it's illegal or not. So we really need to be educating people about computer security. But that's enough of me harping on. Jen, I'm going to throw to you for your thoughts.
Yeah, the ransomware narrative, I think, is an easy fallback. But before we go into the break, I just want to read this tweet from Crypto Cobain on the most likely projects to be the CIA. Ready? Layer 1, most likely to be the CIA, Solana. DEX, Uniswap. Oracle Band. Memecoin, SafeMoon. Layer 2, Matic. I mean,
obviously.
It's pretty good. Solana's spot on, frankly.
Well, the perennial altcoin hater.
Any project that I don't like is the CIA.
That's it. It definitely, it just fits. So well. Yeah. It really does.
Yeah.
Guys, we can't. Some
the
people
CIA,
don't listen to this.
You. We know.
So just like lots of grains of salt there.
It's a meme.
All right.
It's just for the lulz.